Hello friends, my name is Gowri Nat and I'm a children's author. In today's video, I'm going to be reading my Diwali book called Leela's Diwali Celebration. There's an interesting fact about this book is that the characters Leela and Sanjay, they are my kids. So they are going to be the lead characters in this book and I hope you enjoy the story. So let's get started. So before we get into the reading, let's learn a little bit about Diwali and why it's been celebrated. So Diwali is a very popular Indian festival of lights. It's celebrated to mark the beginning of good times or the victory of good over evil. So the word Diwali means rows of clay pots. So growing up in India, we used to wake up very early in the morning and then we have to take oil soaked bath and then we get to wear new blingy clothes like the ones that I'm wearing, fancy clothes, and then we make sweets and snacks. Those are really yummy and it's always an exciting thing to look forward to, try new sweets which our neighbors share it with us. And also the best part is to light up firecrackers, just like how you guys celebrate Independence Day in the USA. So we light up a lot of firecrackers, and you can see the festivity is spread all through the city, and there's like lots of sounds because of the crackers that's been lit up. So let's get started. Leela's Diwali celebration. Leela and Sanjay series. So they're going to be traveling from Seattle to Chennai. Hurry up, Leela. It's time to go to the airport, rushed Leela's mom. Leela and her family were going to India to celebrate Diwali. I have my backpack ready, Mom, said Leela. She had some snacks, books, and extra clothes in her backpack, just in case the one she was wearing got dirty during the 20 long hour flight to India. Leela was thrilled to visit her grandparents and to celebrate Diwali with them. But there was one problem. She would miss her friends in Seattle, and that thought made her very sad. She wondered if she could make any new friends in India. Mom, I want candy now, screamed Leela's younger brother Sanjay. Leela acted quickly and pulled out a candy from her backpack and gave it to him. She saw her brother happily munching the candy with eyes wide open and a mouth full of candy. Yum! Sure, Sanjay is having fun. At the airport, Leela, Sanjay, and their parents checked their bags. Next, they stood in the long security line. And then at the gate, they waited and waited and waited and finally got onto the aeroplane. Now, I think you guys must have experienced this. Like every time you want to travel and you want to take a flight, you have to wait in a very long flight. So Leela and Sanjay and their parents, they are waiting in a very long line to get into the airplane. After 20 long hours of flying, they arrived at Chennai. It is a coastal city in the state of Tamil Nadu, South India, known for its long shoreline. Leela saw her grandparents eagerly waiting to receive them. They hugged and kissed Leela and Sanjay. So their grandparents were eagerly waiting to receive Leela and Sanjay, and I think sure Leela and Sanjay, they both missed their grandparents. You can see them hugging and they're really so happy to see each other. It is very hot here, said Leela, who was so sweaty. Her tata was quick to reply, Welcome to India, Leela. It is always hot and humid here in Chennai. Her brother quipped, I'm going to be toasted like bread. Everyone had a good laugh. So now, tata means grandpa and party means grandma in Tamil, a South Indian language. Because Leela's parents are from Chennai, They speak a South Indian language called Tamil. So that's how Leela and Sanjay call their grandparents. Tata means grandpa, and Party means grandma. The drive to Leela's grandparents' home was very interesting. She noticed the roads were crowded with motorcycles, bicycles, cars, buses, and people walking all over. Vehicle horns blared everywhere. Cows and dogs were walking on the road, and many street side vendors were selling things like flowers, fruits, snacks, and tea. Everything looked and sounded very different from back home in the United States. So you can see that Leela was observing how busy Chennai is, and she saw dogs and cows. They're walking in the busy street, and there are like street side vendors selling some vegetables and fruits, and there's also a tea shop, and there's a blue signboard which says Rail Nilayam Salai, which is written in Tamil, the South Indian language, which means railway road, so that's a very interesting piece of Tamil language. You can see that it's written in the board, and Leela is trying to observe everything that's happening in the busy street. So she is super excited to see how Chennai is so different from where she is from. When the family reached the grandparents' home, Leela saw some artwork on the ground right in front of the house. "What is this, Party?" asked Leela with extreme curiosity. Her grandma replied, "This is called Rangoli, a traditional design that we draw in front of the house using white and colored rice powder during festivals like Diwali." Leela loved the different patterns of Rangoli displayed in front of every house in the neighborhood. So during Diwali or any special occasions, we decorate the house, the front of the house with Rangoli. So Leela looks so excited to see the different patterns and colors that's been displayed in front of every house. It was dinner time, and Leela's party was making some idlis. It was so much fun to watch her grandmother making idlis. Her party poured the idli batter into a special tray with round molds, filled them up, and then stacked them inside a big steaming pot. So as you can see, idli is a traditional South Indian food made by steaming the batter of rice and lentils. So actually, idli is one of my favorite food too. It looks white because it's made of rice batter and lentils, and it's also very fluffy and soft, and it's so yummy. The whole family sat together and had idli served with sambar and coconut chutney. They enjoyed eating together and shared stories from America and India. So sambar is a lentil-based vegetable stew cooked in a tamarind broth, and coconut chutney is a South Indian side dish and a condiment. Leela went to bed thinking of how different Chennai was, and all night she was dreaming about making new friends in Chennai. Now, friends, when you visit your grandparents' home, or when you visit a new place, I believe that you guys will be thinking about whether you'll be able to make new friends, and whether you'll be able to play with kids like you, right? The same way, Leela is also thinking and dreaming about making new friends in the new place. Boom, boom. The next day, very early in the morning, Leela heard a continuous loud noise outside the house. It sounded exactly like the July 4th fireworks in the United States. She also sniffed some yummy smells coming from the kitchen. The aroma from freshly made sweets and snacks filled the air. She jumped out of her bed and peeked through the window. People were lighting fireworks all over the neighborhood, and they shimmered in the dawn sky. Leela raced to the kitchen to learn what was going on. "Party, Why did you make all these sweets and snacks today? And why are there a lot of people lighting fireworks outside? Is it Independence Day here? Asked Leela. Her grandma smiled at her and said, "It is not Independence Day, dear. Today is Diwali. On Diwali, we make lots of sweets and snacks to enjoy and share with our family, friends, and neighbors. Since Diwali is a festival of lights, we celebrate it with a variety of firecrackers and light up the diyas to mark the beginning of good times." Just then, Leela realized the entire house was decorated with diyas. So, what are diyas? Diyas are lamps made of clay pots with cotton wicks dipped in oil, lit on occasions like Diwali. And you can see Leela's party is making lots and lots of sweets. Um, my favorite one is the jangri. As you can see, the orange flat sweet that her party is making. That's my favorite sweet. They're so yummy to have. So we also get some sweets that's been distributed from our neighbors. So it is such an exciting festival to look forward to. "Wow, I want to eat all these sweet treats and light up fireworks," said Leela. "Me too," said Sanjay, who had come into the kitchen and jumped in excitement. So Sanjay is, as you can see, is sneaking and he's following Leela, and he's so curious on what Leela is doing. You can see in the previous page, he's like listening to Leela and Party what they are talking about. If you have a younger sibling, I think you can totally relate to how they try to, follow their older ones. So Sanjay is also, acting the same way. He's trying to follow Leela wherever she goes and trying to learn new things. Just then, the doorbell rang continuously. Ding dong, ding dong. Leela dashed to the door and opened it. Let's see who's standing there. To Leela's surprise, they were kids of her age, wearing fancy clothes with so much bling. As you can see, they were wearing Indian clothes. It's so colorful, and they have something in their hand. They were holding trays of sweets and snacks to share with Leela and her family, and wished Happy Diwali to her. Leela replied, Happy Diwali, as they all exchanged Diwali wishes with one another. The entire family wore new clothes, fancy and colorful. Mom and Party wore silk saris. Dad and Tata wore dhotis and kurtas. Sanjay wore his new sherwani, and Leela wore her new green silk pavade. The festive spirit was everywhere, and the firecrackers boomed, whooshed, popped, swirled, and fizzed. Leela's family had delicious food served on banana leaves as they celebrated Diwali. So during occasions like Diwali, we serve food on banana leaf, and trust me, it tastes way better, and it's so yummy when you eat food served on banana leaf. And I always look forward to use banana leaf, and you can see Leela's family, they are enjoying the feast that's been served during Diwali. Leela spent the rest of her vacation playing popular Indian sports like cricket and kho and made many new friends. Leela and Sanjay had so much fun learning about Indian traditions, festivals, authentic Indian food, clothes, and popular sports. You can see Leela and other girls, they're playing kho. It's a very popular Indian game. And the boys are playing cricket. They look so excited, and Sanjay is having a blast playing with other boys, playing cricket. Best of all, Leela made lots of new friends in India. Happy Diwali! So you can see there is a coloring page included in this book. You can decorate Rangoli. This is called Rangoli. So you can have fun decorating and experimenting with this coloring page. And yeah, that's about it. Thank you so much for listening to my story. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading session, and learned a little bit about Diwali. So this year we are celebrating Diwali on November 14th. So every year, depending on the position of the moon, the dates differ. So this year it's on November 14th, and I wish you all a very, very happy Diwali. And I also have another book, picture book called Little Jessie's Beach Fun, which is a trilingual book in English, Spanish, and American Sign Language. So if you want to check out my book, you can check it out on Amazon or Barnes and Noble. The interesting thing about this book is written in 3 different languages. As you can see, we have English and Spanish and American Sign Language. So the whole story has been signed using American Sign Language. If you guys want to explore that, you can check it out. And the most important and the exciting thing about this book is I have step-by-step instructions to make your own paper craft. So you can see pictorial instructions to make your origami craft. So at the end you will see something like this. So if you guys are interested, you can check that out too. And that's about it, and I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I wish you all a very happy Diwali. Bye bye.